Okay, let's dive into something that's, absolutely crucial for every single home. How to tackle a small fire using things you probably already have. This isn't about becoming a pro fighter, it's about being prepared with a simple, everyday toolkit. So picture this. You're in the kitchen, maybe cooking dinner, and suddenly a fire erupts in a pan. That initial jolt of panic sets in. What do you do? Well, it turns out your very first instinct might just be the most dangerous move you could possibly make.
For so many of us, the immediate reaction is to grab water. But, and this is a big but, if it's a grease or oil fire, that's a recipe for disaster. See, pouring water on burning oil causes it to splash and literally explode, spreading those flames all over your kitchen. It is the one thing you must never, ever do.
Okay, so if water's out, what should you use? Well, the answer might be hiding right there in your kitchen cabinets. Let's meet these unexpected and, honestly, pretty heroic firefighters. The simplest hero of them all is just a plain old metal pot lid. By sliding it right over the flames, you completely cut off the fire's oxygen supply, and you just smother it. It's simple, it's fast, and it is incredibly effective.
So the principle here is called smothering. You might remember this from science class. Fire needs three things to survive: fuel, heat, and oxygen. The pot lid works by taking the oxygen right out of that equation. Without oxygen, the fire simply can't breathe. It's gone.
All right, next up, let's meet a dynamic duo straight from your pantry: ordinary table salt and baking soda. I know it sounds weird, but these common kitchen staples are surprisingly powerful firefighters when you use them right.
So how do they work? Well, salt and baking soda are great because they both absorb the fire's heat and they form a crust over the flames. This suffocates the fire by cutting off its oxygen. It's kind of like throwing a heavy chemical blanket on the fire.
And finally, there's the humble damp cloth. Its power is really a one-two punch. The moisture cools the fire down, while the cloth itself blocks the oxygen, smothering the flames.
So you've met your household heroes. Now let's get to the playbook. Because, knowing what to use is one thing, knowing how to use it is everything. For a stovetop fire, your first move, if you can do it safely, is to turn off the burner. Then, just slide a metal lid over the pan. And I mean slide it, don't drop it on because that can splash the burning oil. Most importantly, resist that urge to peek. If you lift the lid, you reintroduce oxygen and that fire can flare right back up. Now, with salt or baking soda, the key is to be generous. You really want to completely cover the base of the fire. Don't be shy. Dump it on to create a thick, smothering shield over the flames. And keep pouring until you're sure that fire is completely out. And if you're using a damp cloth, make sure it's just that. Damp, not dripping wet. You're going to gently lay it, don't throw it, over the flames, making sure it covers the entire fire. The moisture helps cool things down, while the cloth itself smothers it.
Okay, this next part, this is the most important part of this whole explainer. Knowing how to fight a small fire is empowering, for sure, but knowing when not to fight is what will actually save your life.
And that brings us to this official guidance. These household methods we've talked about, they're only for small, contained fires in their earliest stage, what the pros call the incipient stage. Your safety is and always will be the top priority. So, if the fire is growing beyond your control, if smoke is starting to fill the room, or if you just feel overwhelmed for any reason at all, your job is no longer to fight the fire. Your job is to get everyone out, stay out, and call for help. Period. Look, having this knowledge can turn a moment of pure, raw panic into one of prepared, decisive action. Knowing what's in your household toolkit doesn't just make you safer, it makes you a confident and capable first responder right there in your own home. So the question isn't just about what you would do, it's, are you ready?